we're going to be taking it a little bit slow. 10 games back-to-back it's a lot. That's roughly equivalent to 4 best-of-3s, which is one hell of a day if you're on land. So I'm ready, I'm excited, but I'm slow rolling this caffeine today. Trent, how you feeling?
Yeah, that's certainly the way to do her.
Oh, yeah. I went up to make a tea or something. You know, we're gonna go water. We're going to start water and work our way up to something a little more potent.
I got started a bit early, you know. I wanted to watch America. If you can call it American qualifiers at this point.
There's four EU in the top 4, so you actually are pretty hard pressed to. So does that mean they still play on American servers though? It's like 2 EU teams just bashing it out with 300 ping each.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, in the regional rules you can set it to wherever you want. So if the 2 Euro teams actually meet in the regionals, they can play on Euro servers, which is just fucking hilarious to me.
Oh my! I guess it's the time advantage. You have to play into the wee hours of the night. That's something, but
yeah, it's interesting. But now we're actually in Europe. It's time. It's what 10 a.m. for them over there. So just waking up, crack of dawn, pretty much. Ready to? Oh, are they done? They stopped streaming?
I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. Did they host us or something? Oh, sorry, didn't read. Sick. Thanks, Suns fan.
All right, send us over.
All right, so we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch profiles, guys. We're gonna go over to Moonduck. I have to open up the Moonduck and
I'll adjust the title.
All right, I'll add the delay. Okay. See you over on the other stream, folks. Yes, I want to stop the stream. Now, what's cool is we can keep the. Oh no, we can't keep the local going. Okay. Gotta switch profiles. Okie dokie.
It's alright, first game.
Okay.
It's only a draft.
It's only the first game, half of the draft. Here we go. We're live on Moonduck, or at least we will be in about 5 minutes. Hey guys, welcome back. The coverage is nonstop here for the Moonduck, the Chaos coverage. I thought of that name when I woke up this morning. I reread that post that I made, and it's just chaos everywhere. We've got Blitz streaming sometimes, Sunsfan and Moon Meander, those guys cast together combo, just pulling out like an 8-hour shift. So here we are. We've got our first best of 1 Alliance versus Fantastic 5. I'm Zyori, he's Mod Pax. We've got 10 best of 1s today, 10 best of 1s coming up tomorrow. We're casting all the EU, baby, that second column. So we got a lot to come. We're going to take it slow and steady here and have a good time watching these games. So Trent, we already did this intro once on the other stream, but how are you feeling, man?
Man, I even got your stream retweeted by Iron Man, and now look where we are.
Yeah, back on Moonduck.
All right, let me see. All right, I'm all fixed. I am doing fantastic. It's good to be watching some Dota. I had like 6 streams just playing my ears, so now everything's fixed out. I can actually hear you now, just so you know.
All right, I told them in chat that EU is coming in 4 minutes.
This is the worst part, because now when it finally comes online, they listen to us babbling, because we're still like getting set up and ready. Okay,
Suns fan, you really screwed me on this one. Okay,
I'm in. I am so focused right now.
We're in and we're ready. So Alliance Fantastic 5, Shadow Demon, Nyx Assassin, the opener here for Old Alliance, and Outworld, Devourer, and Axe. The first 2 here for Fantastic 5. So Bat Rider first ban, that has to be an Alliance thing, right? I heard Suns fan and Moon Meander talking a lot about his recent nerf. Flame Break no longer interrupts. Kind of a big deal, I guess. Kind of not in some ways.
Kind of is, kind of isn't.
When you think about S4 on that hero, it kind of isn't in a lot of ways.
The big thing is his laning stage. Right now, the way I look at this, the entirety of Dota, and the way I find it easiest to analyze is you just try and figure out what 1v1 matchup is going to dominate in one of the side lanes, and that's like basically how you can figure out the rest of the entire drafts right now. So with Bat Rider being banned out, Bat Rider beats every offlaner in a 1v1 essentially. Like he can 1v1 Axe, he can 1v1 Slardar, he can 1v1 Nyx Assassin, he kills everyone. So once you've eliminated the Bat Rider and you can open up into something like an Axe here, no one can 1v1 Axe themselves as an offlaner, like he's just going to dumpster you. He's Axe Dota. So Fantastic 5 have already opened up this option where they can just like send Axe top, and there's nothing that Alliance can really do against it. Like unless they're gonna do full committal of like extra support heroes, right? Then you're pulling those away from the mid laner of the OD, so he's gonna be having a little bit of a better time. No help being sent over to the whoever he's up against, because obviously OD loves to dumpster people 1v1 in lane. So that's all super solid. Side of
Yeah.
Alliance, the Shadow Demon and Nyx Assassin is something we've seen a lot from Team NP, where they just do like support Shadow Demon, and then you can also do position for Nyx Assassin because you can do the setup through the disruption. So this doesn't have to be a core Nyx. Doesn't mean it isn't. It could still be a core Nyx depending on what they want, but at least that option's there for them.
That's very true. I think Nyx is pretty flexible in that way. Like he is not a bad offlaner either, and he's really annoying. He's super hard to zone because of all that regen. Now they pick up Witch Doctor, another great sustained support. I think Witch Doctor is actually not that super popular right now. Pretty strong, does a lot of damage, but kind of curious what build they go for as well. He has the sustainability, but also really good for killing those tanky heroes early on, like Axe, sometimes like OD with the Maledict.
I feel like him and Bane we're probably going to see a lot of in the regionals. They've been popping up a ton in high-level matchmaking lately, which is kind of cool.
Oh, okay, here we go.
This guy not so much, though. That's a Treant OD. Yo, we back. Now we just need a safe lane Weaver, and we'll have the full combination. God, this would be such a CIS draft if they go Weaver right now. I'll actually lose my shit.
Yeah.
Wonder if they will.
They
it's actually not bad. They have Witch Doctor Cast, which isn't the best like stable control. Purge is pretty shit up against Weaver. It's actually such a good Weaver game. Let's do it.
This is not a bad tree end game either. There isn't really a lot of stuff that ticks it down. I mean, you've got Shadow Poison, but that's kind of an unreliable DOT. You've got Witch Doctor, who can be okay. I guess Death Ward's pretty good, but, you know, Lifestealer, Nyx, Living Armor is a real pain in the ass against those heroes. I think Tree is also good against heroes that can dominate, like Bane, a really good lane dominator, Axe, someone that can come online pretty early, and OD also pretty good early on. Like, Tree is really good sort of in those Lich-like scenarios, and you can get that stranglehold and just not give him any breathing room. He's kind of brutal when you start to fall behind and they can just flash push down your towers. But I think this is a pretty good setup to make the Tree work. I mean, he still hits for what, like 90 with brown boots at level 1? I mean, he's still a beast, you know?
He's the man. He's I love Tree Protector. I love like Goblack style Iron Talon in the jungle
Yeah.
kind of shit, which he can actually do here.
It's actually not bad with the Iron Talon. It sounds really goofy, but if he ends up getting an Aghanim's by like 30 minutes or something like that, it's pretty good. They can really take over the map with that. You know, talking about Stranglehold, that is literally like the Stranglehold Aghanim's.
Well, this is the moment of truth. Who's still left in the pool that could be better? I mean, Sven is a kind of a classic hero up against the Lifestealer. You just man mode, take him down. Synergizes decently with the Axe and the OD. Juggernaut's also still in the pool. Does fairly well in terms of timing with the OD. Like, even though mid jug is so common these times. Oh, that's a core bench.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, talking about CIS drafts, Virtus
Yeah,
Pro
there you
comes to
go.
mind. You know, like the FNG type stuff. Position 1 Venge is what we're looking like here. Mid OD, off lane Axe. It comes online nice and early, that's for sure. Gives them another stun. They've got a lot of good control with this draft. I really like it. A little bit one-dimensional, but this is like a great best-of-1 draft. You know, this is the kind of thing that can catch your team off guard, the kind of stuff you go, oh man, that was such an annoying draft. They won't do that in Game 2. This is best-of-1, baby, all the way through.
So, do they storm now? Do they feel like they can handle it? Like, can they push them off enough to go into something like a Storm Spirit and just split push the lanes, not get called? It's like so tempting because you have Lifestealer, but basically the Fantastic Five are just looking to snowball super hard out of the laning stage, use OD at his peak power point, use the aura for the Vengeful Spirit. She's going to be mega tanky with Dragonlance at like 15 minutes and all, you know, with their allies packing up behind her. So they're going with a D push mid and like an Alchemist try and slow down and then still have that bounce back mechanic. That makes a lot of sense.
And per usual, Aghanim Scepter situation.
Yeah,
looking pretty good.
Very nice, yeah.
Looking pretty good here. Shadow Demon, the break does actually come in handy a couple of instances here. Nyx Assassin opens up for him to very confidently go right into mobility items. I think that's pretty much the standard, but you know, no second guessing here. Arcane's Blink, Force Staff, all that kind of stuff. Maybe a Yule's Scepter, and then if you get pooled in Ags after that, you're looking to be in great shape. Witch Doctor, game-changing Aghanim Scepter right there. Turns him from, oh, hey, it's just your neighborhood-friendly Witch Doctor to, oh, God. That Death Ward just murdered our entire squad. So both teams with some merit here. I think this one's pretty straightforward, Trent. You know, Fantastic Five, they got to come online early. They got to take control with that Position 1 Venge and Alliance. They want to stall it out, get that Alc online, take this baby past 30 minutes, and shine in the late game. So we'll see, what they can do.
Yeah, not much more to say to it other than that. It'll be interesting if we get to that point to see how the heroes on the side of the Radiant will itemize to try and deal with that. Like, where do you go from there? Because Oni has that, like, sort of secondary power spike when he, like, gets into a scythe. Like, and then he's just kind of crazy. Like, his late game items are pretty baller, but there's a big gap window there from, like, 30 to 40 minutes or so where Alliance should just be, like, mega online and destroying.
He has kind of a weird arc just in general because he's known as a lane dominator, so he's kind of good early on. He's actually pretty good in certain 5-man strats because of the mana aura. It gives you so much sustainability. If you have a hero like, Dazzle, heroes like Oracle, they can just spam those spells all day, and you don't really have to go back to the well nearly that often, especially if you have an Urn on your team. And then he kind of falls off in the mid game. It's like you have to sort of find some kills or some sort of objectives or keep dominating the lane, or else you just fall into this rough mid game patch where you feel kind of dinky with one item, and you don't hit towers that hard. You have no real control yet.
This farm's so slow. That's the worst part about OD. Everything else about OD is just so god tier, but like even if you win your lane but your team can't group up as 5, like you don't have the heroes to group, then you're just like hitting neutral creeps or like throwing Astral Imprisonment out onto waves, and the farm speed is just so slow.
Yeah, well, sorry, during the pause, I'm still chewing. I have a nice spinach and blueberry smoothie here with a little ginger ale to top it off to hit that sweet tooth.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually.
It's really not bad. With my smoothies, you can't go all water or else they just taste like grass. So I go like 50-50 water with some sort of low-sugar fruit juice. And I used to put ginger in it, and then I thought, ginger ale is basically just ginger-flavored carbonated fruit juice. So it works. Gives you that little bit of, like, Red Bull level carbonation where it's just a little
Whoa! Are those predictions?
Ho,
yo, they're back. I hadn't even thought about these.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
All right, I'm going ham. Teams with most kills at the end. Fuck, this is basically...
I'm on Fantastic 5. I think their lineup's got it.
All right.
Will a tower be denied?
Yes? Absolutely.
So easy.
I think Dire will probably take Roche even if they lose. They've got...
I don't know. They have Ventura. Nah, I'm going with it. The first Roche kill. No, I'm all Radiant. I'm all F5. They got this. I'm a believer.
I'm gonna switch it up. I don't want to be a copycat.
I mean, do you want points or not, dude? I
Most
see no shame.
Most observer wards by 15 minutes. Ooh.
Radiant, they're gonna be snowballing. They're gonna be running all over that dire side jungle, popping wards down.
Yeah, I guess it's gonna be Yol. I was thinking for a second. I was like, is RMN gonna buy a lot of wards? I don't know how they play Tree. He's got the wards to start.
Oh man, good thing you said something. I just clicked the first Fantastic 5 logo I saw. I didn't even notice it had player names.
Oh my god, dude.
I would have lost.
And you're the one that's serious about what level's your compendium? I'm not that high.
It's like nothing.
I'm like 6 or 7
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
5, dude. We're started from the bottom, and
I
at
played
the end
one
of today
pub
we'll be
earlier
there.
before bed, and it was going pretty well until I realized my Anti-Mage had just a Battle Fury and Treads at 30 minutes, and then we lost.
Happens. That's just some Dota 2.
Here we go, down bottom. Looks like it could be a skirmish about this little Runesky here. They want to make sure Limp grabs that bounty, and he certainly will. Treant up top. He gets the other. Well done with RMN here, making some efficiency plays as everyone else groups around the bottom. It's a victory for the Alliance, though. Alk already off to a ballin' start here, Trent. Look at him.
Oh, check what RMN's doing. He's going to be... This is really smart. He's just leeching top because... Ha! He gets the full wave. This is great. So starting the jungle with the Iron Talons, the Axe, lets you just get up into your Stout Shield, and then you can go lane. And RMN's going to get a full wave himself, which is fantastic. It's
easy level 2 right here.
Yeah.
And he's actually a hero that can last hit under the tower pretty much no problem. He's got the base damage. He can
I
tank
would
it up.
hope so.
It's no biggie. Mid lane, though, BZZ, he's hurting. 4 stacks the Shadow Poison. Pushes him back. They're just trying to make some early space for Limp, ensure this Alk gets off to that start. That's really the most delicate part. He needs the armlet so that he can feel safe sitting in lane, killing creeps in the jungle, not sitting on low HP, and then just power farm towards that Radiance. I think that's the game plan. They could, though, thinking that this is a position 1 Venge, maybe do that, like that old school no-tail style, like Medallion, Blink, Solar Crest, still an armlet, that kind of combative. Didn't you and I see...
Attune
do that not that long ago. Yeah, the 30-minute 6-slotted Alk style and just meet fire with fire. That is an option here.
It is. The only thing I'd say is that I don't think the Radiant have very good options up against split push, so I think Radiant's just gonna be baller. Like once they have the Radiants online, it's gonna be so good against this Death Ball. Like all the mischance opportunities going through here. But I'm always up for Battle Elk.
Alright. Alright.
Yol, possibly about to be first blood. More indefinitely about to be first blood, I would say.
3-on-1, not much the Bane can do. Hits the brain sap, but easy setup. Lota gets the first blood, and EGM going for that second point Voodoo Restoration. So that answered my early question in the draft. I like the sustainability of Witch Doctor. I feel like I've been seeing a lot more Maledict recently.
Yeah.
It's nice to have those early heals.
It doesn't have the best value of this game, mostly against Axe, I suppose. Who has now come top, this little buddy Ironman.
Yeah, it's Treant just being annoying. But Nick's already level 3, not a bad start for him. Down bottom, Vengeful Spirit initiated on the cast, finding all of the bounces right back towards Illidan. That'll be 2-0, and hey, maybe even 3. There's the Shadow Demon setup. They're looking for the body blocks. They try to surround Yol. Shadow Poison gets stacked up, but it's only 1. Bane just a little too tanky, 700 HP here at a humble level 2.
Man, they lost.
Ooh, brutal.
Like their safe lane try with Avenge is losing. Avenge and a Bane. I guess it's not a try because it's only I count the Treant heal, but he's not actually here.
Yeah, no, it's
Maybe
not
he's
a
making
proper
his
try
way now.
And even this mid is going very well for the Alchemist. He's like 50% ahead of the OD right now, so he got that early start. Those rotations were enough to just tip him over the edge, and now he's ahead of the OD. This is great for Alliance. Now, I'm glad I put Alliance on that one there, Trent, huh? The difference maker.
I'm sure it's fine. Like, now Treant's left top, so Axe has Stoge, he doesn't even have Stoge as his boots because it's up against the Nyx, so that makes sense. But he can just, like, do exactly this. He just runs at the Nyx. And Jonas, he'll have to play around with his HP regen, but he won't be getting a lot of farm, that's for sure. Now the supports are pulled away from the mid lane too, so BZZ can start to turn online. If anyone knows the matchup against Alk, I would assume it's BZZ. This guy spams like the most Alk out of almost all pro players. So I would hope that he's a good understanding.
See, we've got a new benchmark here, Trent. According to Twitch chat, Sing Sing had a 19-minute Radiance on mid-Warlock. So that's the timing we got to hit here. If you can't beat Sing Sing's Warlock on the Radiance timing, then you don't deserve to be playing Alchemist here. We got Yol on Bane in a lot of trouble. Oh my god, that's a Midas. Why did I read Radiance? It is
I don't know, that would have been something
too
else.
early. I know, that's why I was just like, Jesus Christ, a 19-minute Radiance. That's impressive. Like, what were they doing? It's a Midas. I'm just going to let that one go here. Up top, Axe almost goes down. He manages to make it out, pops the salve, and he'll reset those Tranquil Boots. A lot of damage shed across the map here, but no kills come out as I terribly misread that. That was just wishful thinking. Sing Sing, mid-Warlock, it's just reasonable.
Now, if you said Bone 7, I wouldn't even have looked. I just would have assumed that actually happened. I have a little bit more faith in Sing Sing.
Fair enough. Limp. Maybe walking back to the well here. Nope, just going to body block some, try to get some control back. He's halfway through level 6. Or, Jesus, halfway through level 5. Close to that level 6 mark, so his life is about to get a lot easier. And Stacks in the jungle. Looks like he's just going to do it himself. Can he get the double? Easy peasy.
Oh, it's going to be close! Oh, what a baller, honestly. Limp God. I've been seeing people praising Limp, which, you know, Limp used to get shit on a lot.
Did he?
In terms of, like, online comments and stuff. I don't know. I always felt like Limp was one of those guys that everyone just looked at and was like, oh, what's this guy doing? But, you know, his puck's always been fantastic.
Uh-oh. Down bottom, Illidan, almost in trouble, but EGM now taking some damage in return. The living armor from Treant helping him out. It'll be a 4-on-3, and they will turn it around. This rotation from Axe on point as Lota gets low, pops the Rage on the run. He'll make it out, it looks like. Axe gets the Nature's Veil there, Nature's Guise. Handskin. Trying to make it out. Pops the healing salve, it gets knocked off by the Venge. It keeps him alive through the brain sap. He might still, maybe?
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Okay, the Shadow Demon lives. Nicely done. Well-timed salve there.
These melee creeps are like blind, dude. Couldn't see anything. Like, and they're like right on him, and Bane's like, please. Let me right-click this guy.
I never realized that the Radiant creeps have like that little Jawa thing going on, where their faces are just this nebulous darkness with little bright lights for eyes. So maybe...
well, I was trying to figure this out. Okay. When I look at the portraits, I can see their eyes.
Yeah.
Now I see it. When I was actually in the showcase mode, oh, it's the super creeps that the eyes get all messed up on. That's what it is.
Yep.
Anyway, don't even bother looking at those ones. They're terrifying.
Up top, we got a big fatty stack here. His hard camp looks like 1, 2, 3, 4
Wallach's
stack.
in some issues.
Oh. Yep, he sure is. 3-on-1, living armor though, it works wonders. Sidesteps the shadow poison, sidesteps it again, but now he's locked in. He eats his way through. I don't think he lives here, he certainly won't, but
Space,
it's a noble effort.
Space. You know, that's a 6-second slower rotation from the support into the mid lane, thanks to that.
Dude, look, right now there is nobody in mid. It's just creep on creep. They're battling over the hard camp right now. Limp on the low ground, BZZ, a lot of HP, full bottle. He's just going to try to bully him out, and this is where it really gets interesting. Both sides have invisibility heroes that are kind of playing mobile war. Look at this Radiant Vision right now. I mean, Dire have the exact same idea. They know how important this Alchemist stacking is. It's just going to be a battle for the Dire jungle for the next couple minutes.
You know, Jonas just actually tried to make plays mid and it almost worked though. Like, they saw the rotation coming in from the Nyx, but then he threw an Astral just to farm in the mid lane. He went for the Carapace play at a Vendetta, but he didn't quite get it. Anyway, Lalik again, acid it up.
This time Alki is level 6, he's ready to fight. They've got the Nyx on the back line, Outworld Devourer, BZZ gets obliterated, RMN. They will be able to make it back, but another easy kill for Alliance. These are the kind of missteps that F5 can't afford to make with this draft. Alchemist already well and ahead, having a pretty good time, and those kind of kills just make it all the better. He's going to go for this big stack here. It's going to be a tough one, but he should be able to whittle it down. This is pretty big.
Yeah, they need to fight this. This is such a nice recovery for him, but he can't. Like, there's 4 heroes here, so
yeah,
at least Lalik is forcing 4 heroes to commit to share.
I mean, I was just complimenting F5 for putting pressure on the Alchemist. This is Alliance saying, all right, guys, they're going to pressure us. We need to rotate. This is 4 heroes. Kind of 4.5. EGM is, you know, partially there in the mid lane. Absolutely worth it. And this is huge. This is basically the armlet for Limp, I think.
And generally you'd be like, oh, this isn't worth it at all. Like, it's 4 heroes and all this kind of stuff. But it is like a core Venge. Like, like it doesn't really matter that much, you know? Like, she's not going to be farming super crazy fast, and the items that she gets are definitely impactful here in the early game, but you're kind of expecting it anyway. It's not like she's an AM or a Morphling or something free farming.
Is it impactful, though, against an Alchemist and a Lifestealer? Like, basically, Alliance have 2 position 1s that are essentially free farming right now. Alk is, you know, doing really well after that stack, and Lifestealer, he's number 2 on the charts. He's ahead of OD. Mid laner for F5. Venge is way down in just like the middle of the pack. You know, her farm is average at best. If Alliance can keep trading like this, keep it up. You know, the Radiance is just around the corner at this rate. I mean, I'm not scared of the Venge at all right now. I mean, what's the next core item for Illidan? You know, like, what do you do to kind of come online and combat an Alchemist that's literally 2x your farm right now?
I'm pretty sure he just goes Dragonlance and they run at mid.
Okay.
And
I was thinking maybe
fighting.
Vlad's run at mid, but I guess Dragonlance works as well.
Vlad's is also not bad. I wouldn't hate it. There's not many allies that benefit from it, but it would help up against both the Witch Doctor ulti and all the physical damage from Limp that's coming out from his armlet, as well as the acid. So there's definitely a lot of merit to that too.
He's gone for the max magic missile build. Only been involved in 1 kill. I guess they've only picked up 1 kill, but he's ready to fight. Now a smoke rotation in the top lane. F5 looking for Loader. Nature's Guys. Was it even a smoke, or was it just a Nature's Guys rotation?
Nature's Guys tricky plays.
Yeah, sneaky. Fiend's Grip from Bane to start things off. It'll be a little 3-on-1. Say goodnight to your mana. It's an easy slam dunk, and Yol will take credit for that kill. 2-5. F5 get another one up on the scoreboard. A much-needed kill, but again, this opportunity cost like that really pales in comparison to Alk just clearing through the jungle now with his armlet.
That was actually shockingly close to being saved, too. Like, if it wasn't for the mana drain on Brain Sap, like, he might have been able to get off the infest, too, with Hunt being there.
Or, isn't the mana drain on Fiend's Grip?
Oh, did I say Brain Sap? Yeah, sorry, thank you. the
For a
ulti
moment
that
there,
holds you in place.
Yeah, I had that, like, wow, they've really reworked Bane in this stealth patch. Oh my, Jonas down bottom, almost in some trouble there. Pops his Carapace, but
he has not been successful. This is not good. That's like 3 minutes now he's been roaming trying to get a kill. But and honestly, it's only going to get worse because they're
it's the intimidation factor. You know, look at the positioning of the Radiant right now. They're all in their territory. This is making space for Alk. Jonas is off the map. He's staying kind of hidden. He just picked off the courier that had a little bit of cargo. What are we looking at here? That's the armlet for Loda. Wait, what? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong courier. I'm an idiot.
That doesn't add up.
That was the wrong hotkey. My God. Okay, Yol's magic stick. Okay. It really, I slept for 5 hours from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. and my brain is Just confused, guys. It's 2:30 local here, Mountain Time in the Rockies. What are you? 4:30 a.m. Trev?
5:30.
5:30. My
Atlantic.
God.
I'm a little
Nova
further
Scotia,
east.
baby.
Nova Scotia. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm on like an awful sleep schedule right now where I just get up at like lunch and then I go to bed at like 4. So this is like literally the worst possible change to my schedule because I suddenly had to get up at 4. So I was only up for like 8 hours yesterday. Then I just like went to bed. I had a very short day.
Yesterday I kind of did something similar where I tried to go to bed early to like compensate, like a half switch. And then that would have meant I had to get up at like 6 a.m. today. And of course I woke up at that time, looked at the clock and went, yeah, fuck that. And just moved on. So I just slept for 12 hours instead. Didn't really adjust the schedule. So same deal. It was an odd short day yesterday. Tier 1 tower mid goes down. BZZ gets credit for that one. Alchemist happy to hand it over now in the jungle as he is actually in relic territory. So we're looking at like sub 15-minute armlet radiance on Limp's Alchemist. Very impressive.
And 1 tower down for the Radiant so far.
He beat Sing Sing's Midas. So
Window's getting short, boys. It's time to kill some buildings. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Swap down bottom. EGM going down for sure. Magic Missile sets up the kill. Again, it's a nice little pick-off here. Never going to be upset with kills, but they need a lot more than that. Now Jonas comes in. Loda pops out. Stun on 2. OD gets brought down first. Treant locks him in place. They're rooted, but Yol will get left behind. Tries the Nightmare himself. Won't come close to a deny. Ends up being a 1 for 2. Certainly not the fight that F5 were hoping for. Oh, boy. Oh boy.
Dude, Jonas is actually such a thug. Like, what a baller. He has no points in mana burn. Alright, he just took his first point in mana burn at level 9 against an OD. What a player, honestly. He's like, I don't need that. I just need 3 points in Carapace. What does this guy think he is? He's a baller.
That is pretty baller. I like the mana burn build, honestly.
I mean, against OD, you're just like, it's half the reason you think about picking this guy, but
I guess to be fair, it's really about like scaling. Late game, it's a really good counter. Early, it's kind of annoying, but to be fair, OD's mana pool is pretty big. Even if he maxed it out, you're still not like crippling him at this stage.
Yeah.
It's annoying, but guys, I did just turn up the in-game sound, by the way. We got the delay server running, but let me know if that's good. I think I turned it down too much earlier. We got to really get in the zone,
In the zone.
This
the casting zone, the 10-hour zone.
Ogre just punching down mud golems. Now you think of Alchemist as a big hero. He's like half as tall as a mud golem.
Well, Alchemist is very short. The Ogre is tall. Look at this. He had the Radiance for under a second, and there was already a Disruption Illusion made. OS Frog, everybody. Like, Alchemist was like camping the secret shop, like, oh yeah, here comes my sweet, sweet farm.
Yep.
Give me them illusions. Can't even make it to the lane. That's getting a little overexcited, I think.
That's the all Swedish squad, man. They're on the same level,
Is that why they always make the Swedish teams? Because they can like link each other like telepathically?
Yeah. Something special they have in the water there.
Yeah.
Here we go. Lalik perhaps in trouble again on the other side. It's Loda going hard onto Illidan. Eventually at about half HP, but living armor buys her some time. Now Shadow Poison stacking up as she goes into Disruption. RMN drops the ult and sets up for the team. The first kill actually ends up on Loda's Life Stealer. Now they set up the dunk on Witch Doctor, but it will cost them the Outworld Devourer. Now Lalik stunned up. Handskin comes out of it and acts in a world of trouble. He buys his team some time, though. Illidan comes in for a counter kill on the Shadow Demon. Limp cleans up the axe, and it's looking okay for F5. They have the advantage for now, but it's not over yet. The Alchemist really starting to stack up the damage with this Radiance. Venge on the run. RMN, they might still just burn down to the Radiance. Can he close the gap? He'll get one. Venge still cruising. Yol on the backside drops the sleep. Nyx trying to bring him down. Illidan stands his ground, but he falls.
Oh my god.
The slow burn.
He could have lived because the creep was blocking him. He didn't even realize.
Oh.
I can't blame him.
Dude, look at the net worth. This game is over. You ever see that episode of Parks and Rec when Aziz Ansari says he's donezo if they don't come to his new debut of whatever it is? This game is donezo,
the club.
Dude. Yeah, the club. That's what it is.
The club.
They're donezo. Limp is doubling the farm. Like, take the 2 top farmers on F5. That is one of the Dyer's Alchemist. He's got.
Can I change my predictions?
Oh
Possible.
man. I don't think so. I think you're locked into your mistakes. I picked Alliance for one of them. Hopefully they kill Roche. And hopefully Yol just keeps on buying wards. They don't need to win the game to buy wards.
Man, I had Yol too, but it's Iron Man who's placing them. I didn't realize it was purchase. It's placing.
Oh.
So like Treant's obviously gonna place all the wards, but Bane probably bought them all.
Oh, I actually did it on buying too. Well, Pudge.
We lost, dude. There's Bane. Wait, Bane's placing words, but it's 15 minutes. Yeah, we lost. It's over.
Reading comprehension. All right, well, we're not off to a great start with the predictions. And most of it is just not following directions. Down bottom, Illidan, he gets brought down. And meanwhile, in the jungle, his buddy Yol will be in trouble also. RMN has to use the ult again defensively. He does get dusted. Also, Maledip is on him. There's the demonic purge. Follow
just
up
run, guys,
from the alchemist, and the tree will be chopped down. The lumberjacks are in town. BZZ, he makes it back, but oh, daddy. Sorry, Fantastic Five fans, but Dunzo it indeed. Uh-oh, they get the Nyx Assassin, they bait him into a Sentry Ward, and this will be a freebie their way. They have to drop a couple of ults to make it happen, though. OD's Hammer, the Sanity's Eclipse, and the Fiend's Grip, both deployed, but a kill's a kill. That is something. It'll save their Tier 1 tower mid.
Yeah, Alliance, I would say at this point in the game, have like a 70% chance to win. Like, it's not over, but pretty over, right? But these are the plays you need. Moloch. Oh, no. Still good, still good.
Illidan might be able to survive through this. Wow, the living armor. Hanskin gets turned on him. This is a disaster for the Dire all of a sudden. 3 down, all 5 alive for F5.
Okay, nice. That also gets Force Staff into our OD, too.
Yeah.
Which is like already a dope item on this hero, but of course, like playing like in the 5-man Dota kind of stuff, that's when Force Staff really pays off. You like just save one person. I mean, that's why Oracle and Shadow Demon are so god tier. You like mess up one initiation, you just turn an entire team fight, and even just Force Staff can allow you to do that sometimes too. So
yeah, no doubt. And Dragonlance is up on the bench. Also Blink Dagger on Axe. He's had it for a little while, but they are definitely picking up core items. Jonas hiding in the tree line. He has the Blink Dagger, also level 11. Could set up for a big stun. But the tower falls. No defense mounted. Alliance will still make a rotation though. Illidan trying to bait out this Nyx Assassin, but there's the Force Staff forward. Oh no! Defensive Astral buys him a little bit of time. Lolik, now he gets put inside the disruption. It's Illidan that's just tanking the entire Witch Doctor ult. He'll die first, and now Axe on the run. Alliance strike back the other way. They'll certainly find the kill on the Axe, and all of his teammates have just left him high and dry. Nothing to do but drop a lone living armor from across the map, and just like that, the lost footing is regained. At a 1500 swing, and Alliance will just move right into this Tier 1 tower down bottom, Manta style, soon to be picked up here by the Alchemist.
tough Dota. I mean, they only have one course of action, so in that sense, Alliance can just be like, all right, well, we know they're going to 5-man Dota into this tower. Can we like fully prep and actually win this fight? And clearly the answer was yes. Now 15-9. Oh, if the Radiant win that fight, then they get this tower, they go into Roche. Those are just like the little things of this game. Infest Bomb in the mid on the BZZ. He's stunned up. He's damn. That's a nice counter feed script though, but I think Yol is just gonna get chunked down. Liz just doesn't even care. It's like, you're fine. Are you cool back there, bro?
It's a pretty nice Force Staff. We'll see if Yol is able to survive. Good swap from Illidan. Meanwhile, on the other side, stun does connect, and living armor won't be enough to save the life of BZZ. Now on the other side of the fight, Loda going in the front lines. Living armor on top of Illidan. Shadow poison stacking up across the heroes. Concoction. Limp will stun himself. No,
oh, what a
Manta dodge. Very nice.
Someone's been practicing.
Nice. All right, pretty clutch. I didn't even realize the Manta came out, dude. He was sitting on just a Yasha like 30 seconds ago. It's just non-stop. Axe looking for a blade mail soon. All right, man, looking for more warding action.
Looks like Loda's probably just going in for the Echo Saber here in a second. Not opting for the Deso build.
He'll probably go into it, picking up the value Blightstone first. But this is so good for Infest Bomb. Gives you that extra burst damage when you jump out. Up on the armlet. Good stuff.
Him and Jonas are doing work. Jonas will have the Aether Lens soon. The ultimate OS Frog Nyx item. Here's the Infest Bomb now. Oh, they even scanned. They found the Bane coming up. Will they go?
Both sides scanned, actually.
Oh, there you go. Bane knows it, too. He's like, well, they could be here. They're trying to bait it out, but I don't think they're going to fall for it.
So is Nick's working on Aether Lens here, you think?
Yeah. Oh, shizzle.
Alright. There's that Blade Mail. And meanwhile, mid, this tier 1 tower, no defense. Good night, sweet tower. That's also a level 16 Alchemist, so... Hello.
Oh my god, I'm watching this episode right now. What the fuck, Sayori?
Oh, that's funny. Small world. Tier 2 mid. Look at these illusions, man. This is the scariest part about this alliance draft, that it hasn't even really started yet. You know, they've got some synergy early on. They've got some okay team fight, but it really gets nasty around now, maybe 5 minutes from now, once the Shadow Demon illusions start kicking in. He does have maxed out disruption, so that's good, but and they haven't even started pooling Aghanims yet. The Lifestealer still isn't even, you know, super farmed. They still have a long way to go before they hit that ceiling. And F5, it feels like, you know, another 5 to 10 minutes in their window for when they can even think about taking team fights. Starting to come to a close. Venge has another Ogre Club. Like S and Y?
Some BKB Dota. I know, not,
Is BKB gonna do a hell of a lot here? I guess,
not,
yeah, I guess it's okay.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Let them do things.
There's a couple of stuns. You're kind of whacking them, but...
Depending on, like, your other cores sometimes... I mean, this was, like, back when this thing first started out, you used to see, like, the Aghanims come out if you had, like, someone else who scaled decently, but I don't think anyone's good enough in this team to opt for an Aghanims.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if OD had, like, dominated mid, if he was even farmed with Alchemists, maybe you can make that case right now. There is some air to the Aghs bench, for sure.
It should just be BKB. I would say Sanj, but he just hasn't, like, SNY, but he obviously hasn't bought yet, so...
Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, regardless of what it is, it's kind of all marbles compared to Octarine Core, Manta, Radiance BOTs on Fatty Fat over here, Mr. Alki.
You think he'll end up tripling the next highest person in the game by the end of this? I'm thinking he might. It's distinctly possible at this point. It's starting to look that way.
Yeah, it kind of depends how long F5 hangs in there, but if they hang in there like for barracks, I think that's definitely possible. Here we go. Here we go. The Cask doing some serious work in the back line. Loda locked down by Yol, but Dire are just running them down. They've already lost their OD. Now the Bane falls, and up top, it is the Vengeful Spirit that gets locked down and brought down. Axe nowhere to go. Tramp Protector TP's home. That will be the end of the fight. 4-0. Everybody on the side of Alliance still reasonably healthy. They don't get bonus points for it, but it is a 3k net worth swing, and Alchemist gets a little bit bigger.
Yeah, they lost, dude. it's plan B, right? Midas on Iron Man, get Aghanim Scepter, gain vision, split push sides, hope for the best. But they don't have the best, like, illusion clear, other than, I mean, obviously OD, like, pop ulti and throw. You can attack illusions as OD, but that's not exactly ideal.
Yeah, no, they really don't. I mean, you mentioned that when I brought up the Attune, like, combat build for Alk, and this game it makes a lot more sense. Like you said, you just pick up the Radiance. It's down bottom, look at this. He's already chipping at this tier 3 tower, making space for the team to finish off the tier 1 up top. I mean, honestly, this is just kind of Alliance outclassing them a little bit. Really what it feels like.
It's a good draft. I mean, it was a solid Alk pick. 5th pick Alk, you know.
Yeah.
OP.
Really good Alk setup. Little freebie going the way of F5. Okay. Jonas gets caught out. No big deal. They've got a lot of sentry wards down. That will happen. And to be fair, that's like the one hero that it seems like F5 are like, all right, guys, let's see if we can bait in the Nyx. I got sentries.
That's like, they've played that a couple times, too. Like, all these sentries are essentially from the exact same scenario, just this time it works out well.
Yeah. And Bane does have a gem too, so they do have some areas of the map where they've got pretty decent control here.
Alright, I was fixing some exterior things. Actually, I was modding Hani, to be honest, but shout out to Hani. Great guy.
That's worth it. That is.
And that's what I'd say, right? Like,
that's a worthy tab out right there. RMN, I don't know if this was the game for Midas. I'm not going to lie. You know, he picked up Iron Town. We talked about how good it is. That could be a Vlad's right there, you know? Hey, look at that. I think I'm beating you in predictions.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting roasted in predictions. Like, I'm about where Fantastic Five are. I hitched myself to the wrong horse.
You know, I wanted to do a segment where we have like a numbers with mod packs. Now I kind of want to do like somebody versus mod packs and make it more like a head-to-head challenge. See how you handle the heat, you versus Purge. You know, with the replay casting, the first auction with Slacks and Purge just finished. They posted the cast, and after it was done, the guy sent a couple of sentences just saying something about, hey, you know, I just wanted to let you know that you said this about this guy, but you know, whatever. It was literally just 3 sentences, and at the end he was like, thanks, that was awesome. Purge wrote back, I shit you not, like a 3-page essay, like breaking down the guy's gameplay. It was really thoughtful and like really well written. I'm sure the guy read it and was just like, "Holy shit, this is like a letter from Santa Claus." But it was like a book report on this hour game that he casted with Slacks. It was pretty incredible.
Am I supposed to be surprised by that?
No, but it's just it was so classic Purge that. Oh man, I couldn't help but giggle.
Purge.
Yeah, thanks, Purge. Limp just picking on the poor Treant Protector here. He's now picked up a Shiva's Guard. So, pretty effectively capped out now. We can start looking at like Moonshard, Aghanim Scepter pooling, I think is pretty appropriate now. Level 2 BOTs, of course. You can dump the Armlet, you know, move into something a little more beefy, but at this stage with this kind of items, I think Aghanim Scepters start getting kind of tempting.
I mean, especially even Nyx. Yonis is just like rubbing his little claws together right now, you know? It's like, oh yeah, hand it on over, buddy. Let's go.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's so nice.
It's a pretty ridiculous Aghanims.
And then we can do the Aghanims on Loda, and then we can put the Alk inside the Lifestealer, inside the Nyx Assassin with the Blink Dagger. Oh, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a Deso on Lifestealer. Didn't even notice.
Of course, I don't think we'll actually get to that point, because it should be over after the first Aghanims, I would reckon.
Yep. F5 probably have one good fight left in him here. And they will go for it. They start off with a smoke. Alchemist in the front lines. They can bring him down. That would be amazing. But it looks like it won't happen. Astral defensive onto the bench. Buys her a little bit of time. RMN does manage to get off the ultimate before he dies, but burns down to Limp. The BKB from Venge used as about defensively as possible here. And it will not yield much. On the high ground, F5 pushed back completely. OD doing a good job to keep his teammates alive, but they just have no damage here, Trent. They can't kill the Alchemist. It seems like any damage they put into him is just immediately regenerated. So 1 for 3, the gems on the deck. And F5. Well, it could be moments from GG here, honestly. I don't know, we're pretty close, Trent, depending on how many barracks they kill. It could be 3x.
First one down.
5x coming out here.
Like, how do you kill this guy? I don't think you do. Law, it's just like, do I have to go in? Like,
I think you Astral him and just kill his friends.
Oh, nice. They tried to use the Tier 4s.
Beautiful disruption, though. Resets the fight, and it'll cost them their team here. Illidan, he gets a little bit of time compliments of the living armor, but he dies alongside his axe. Yol finishes up his Fiend's Grip, and nobody that close to death. Load is a little bit low, but I mean, we're talking about one hero almost died, and F5 just can't do anything. What did we say 15 minutes ago? This game's done so, man. Shit's over.
You know, once they make it past 30 minutes, is that what we said? You know, then they'll win. So it's past 30 minutes, so
That's
clearly
true.
It's over.
And let's see, OD, 9.8k, Alk at 28k, soon to be 29.
The real question is, will he end up tripling?
I'm
curious.
curious.
It's really close.
If F5 will, like, why haven't they tapped out? There it is. There's the GG. Okay. I was wondering if there's some kind of like weird tie-break potential where game length matters. Okay, so game length does matter.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Only if we go past, like, might as well get these out now. So, oh my god, a tower actually wasn't denied. Would you believe it?
Yep.
That's pretty funny. But if we get tiebreakers,